What up? What up? What it is? Hey, man, it's been a while. It's been 29, 30 days since the boys got back together, man. What's good with it?
Oh, what's going on, man? Life been lifing. They say a
Well,
year can make a difference. 30 days can too. So,
man, for real, there's been a lot going on. I'm in a whole different scenery back in the States and whatnot, man. Back down in my studio for a change. Man, it's been crazy being back in America, man. Just everything that I've seen. Inflation is a motherfucker, bro.
yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. You get used
I
to it
don't.
though. You get accustomed to it though.
No, I don't think so, man. I went generic everything now, man. Like I can't afford none of this. I waited till I make the most money in my career to get cereal in a bag, man. Ain't nothing named in my cabinets, G. But no, man, it's been an interesting time, man. For you and I, man, we learned a lot, man, with people over this 30 days, man. So it was good. We took we're going to call it a sabbatical. We took a sabbatical to learn more about people, man, because that's basically everything that we did over this time. We saw how people really are, family, friends, loved ones. It's crazy, man. People got short memory about things, man. Um, they forget about the things that you may have done to get them to where they're at. They may have forgotten the struggle that you've gone through. All of those things, man. So that's kind of what life has been throwing to us, man. It's like a slap in the face, most to say the least, man.
I mean, I guess that's what makes us human. You know what I mean? Um, just going through some things, and I think everybody has a short memory. There's a song made, "What have you done for me lately?" And that's a true statement, man. People do have amnesia or whatnot. But I think it goes both ways, man. So, it is
Yeah.
what it is. It's part of being a man. It's part of being a man, I guess. So,
Yeah, we even though we haven't done anything on here in 30 days, we always chopping it up, man, and we always talk about the crown that a man has to wear, or the responsibilities that a man has to do, and it's no days off, man. It's you can't lose, as a man, unfortunately.
no, 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 not at all. It's never ending. Even when you have off time or downtime or vacation time to yourself, you're still thinking. You're still trying to come up with a plan, a master plan or whatever. You're still trying to sort things out. So, it's
Yeah.
never ending, man. It's just never ending.
Yeah, and I think mainly because I think we realized this as we got older that we talked about this before, not having a safety net and being everyone else's safety net, and then that goes back to the what have you done for me lately? Like if you haven't saved the person lately, they forget about what you've done in the past. They forget about everything that got them to where they're at, man. And we don't do it. Yeah, we save receipts. We don't do it for the clout. We don't do it for people to throw it up in people's face. But it does sting a little bit when you help people or you've done so much to support someone, and then what have you done for me lately? Yeah, you've done that in the past, but what have you done for me lately?
Man, check it out, man. It's I guess the reason why I say that, everybody does that is because, it really wasn't no instructions to this life thing, man. So, we all trying to figure things out as we go along, and
Yeah,
you know, through that journey, life happens, things happens and whatnot, so I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but it comes a time where, men and women have to put the trousers up, man. You have to become a man or a woman.
yeah,
It's a difference between being a man and being a male. It's just opposed to being a female and a woman. It's so much responsibility that comes along with it,
yeah.
so it's just never ending, man. So what you want to talk
Yeah.
about, man?
Man, we just get into however it is, man. We kind of already talking about this, man. It's really there's really no respect on things that we do, man. I think when I we make life look easy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we both have homes, we both have multiple cars, and someone who comes in our life halfway through that journey, they make it look like we make it look like you just wake up and then boom, you have a mortgage. You just wake up and boom, you have a good career. You just wake up and these things happen. So it gets taken for granted, man. But one of the funniest things, man, I was talking to my brother a couple of years ago. He bought his son a new iPhone, and he immediately goes to hug his mother. Now,
Mm,
his mother doesn't work. My brother paid
wow.
for it,
Slap in
and
the face, man.
he looked at
Slap
it
in the
and was
face.
just like wow. But that's a
That hurts.
microcosm.
That
Yeah,
hurts. That
yeah,
hurts, man.
man.
That as men, especially black men, we're not taught to, wear our feelings or we consider soft or we
Yeah,
have to
yep.
protect our manhood or whatever. But at the end of the day, we still human beings. We still breathe and bleed blood
Ooh,
like the next person. So for us to be told the whole thing's in, it still hurts. Like we just supposed
yeah,
to get over things. I have a problem with get over it. But when we tell someone to get over it, it's the end of the world, But we
yeah,
expect it to just deal with it, flow through life. That hurts, man. That's some
yeah,
hurtful stuff to do, man.
yeah.
She had no she had
No,
no investment in that decision at all, and she gets the credit for it. You know what I mean?
nothing. Yeah, and it's crazy, man. I was just like, he told me that, and I think the most that she did was handed to him. And but he knows full and well who brings the money home and everything. And when he told me that, I can't help but just continuously laugh about it, man. But it's a thankless job. I think at the end, a thankless. Oh, it's not even a job. I can't even say that like what we do as a man is a job. But
It's a title. It's a role. It's a
right,
God given appointment. It's an
right, right.
appointment, man.
So yeah, I guess you can look at it as a position, a job, a role. You can look at it like that, but it's very rarely like you got to do some superhuman, shit for somebody to come and be like, "Hey, good job, man. You holding it down." And it's like we've grown accustomed to not even hearing that. Like if I hear that from my wife, I'm like, "Why is she being funny? Like what's going on?
You
What's gonna
suspicious
happen?"
now? Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I'm suspicious.
suspicious
Like,
now.
wait a minute, why are you telling me I'm a good husband? Like, what are you gonna ask for? What's gonna happen? And it's a shame that it's come that way, man. Like, we get recognition and we do a double take on it, basically, to say the least. We're like, wait a minute, what's going on? But that's part of what some of the life and been going on. Part of mine is that I was moving from Spain back to America, and whew, this is America, man. It ain't been too bad. It's been okay. It's been good for me being able to just talk to everybody. Like I still want to greet people in Spanish, the little bit of Spanish that I know, but it's been interesting. Like I've been watching everything unravel over the last 3 years, just from afar. Now I'm back in it. But like I said, my whole thing, I went grocery shopping. I was just like, what? Hey, man, look, I can't again, man. I'm gonna lose weight, gonna starve or something. I can't live like this, killer. I can't live like this, man.
It's definitely a an adjustment. Again, what can we do? We just have to deal with it. Going back
Yeah.
to your statement about us being semi-successful. I'm not gonna say all the way. I'm gonna say semi because there's still work to be done.
Oh yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
with the houses and the cars or whatever, and people taking you
Right.
for granted, and that's cool. I have a problem with the shots. Don't send a shot at me. I have a problem with people taking shots at me, man. Like
Yeah.
I don't like that. You know what I mean? I don't approve of that message. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah. Shots
As
like
is
what?
uh uh just the insults, I should say, in terms of salt.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You dealing with people in your life or whatnot, people who
Okay.
are
I hear
not
what
where
you're
you
saying.
are, people who are not where you are, but use you as a catapult and then they take shots at you as they're using you. I have a
like
problem with that, man.
like they take shots at
Insults or
you not catapulting them enough.
anything. It don't even have to
Yeah.
be nothing, anything specific. Just don't say nothing. You know what I mean? Like that's my whole thing. Like just you gotta say nothing. I don't care what the topic is. Don't say nothing about
I forgot
nothing. You know what I
I
mean?
forgot what movie it was that I heard this in, man. But he was like, if I give a dog a bone, I don't need that dog to come tell me, "Hey, thank you for the bone." Just shut up and take your bone. Like, just
There
be
you
happy that
go.
I'm giving you something.
Exactly. You know what I
But
mean?
I think that's the world that we're in is, I mean, not even the world, the society that we're in is that we expect those handouts. And when they're not coming to the level that we want it to be, we feel like we have the right to say something about it. And you're
yeah.
wrong. Like, freedom of speech, freedom of speech has a certain line, man. You can't complain about health. All right, let's get this. Let's get this. You can't complain about health and charity. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah, for
can't be like
sure.
I can't be like, hey, can you give me a lift, down the road, and then you drop me off on the right side of the road when I'm supposed to be on the left side of the road, and I'm complaining about it. Man, just be happy that I got to that point, man. And I think
Nope.
with this, with the world that we're in, or I keep saying world, but the worst of the world ain't like this, killer. Like
Well,
in
we
the
don't know
society
that. We
we're
don't
in.
know that. We don't know that, man. We don't know that.
What I've
We
seen
don't
so
know
far, it ain't like that. What I've seen in Europe, it wasn't
that.
like that. So
so, so,
I'm gonna base the rest of the world off of what I've seen in Europe. I
so,
got the right to do
so,
that.
so, you already know what I'm talking about. It has to be anything specific because you gave perfect examples of what the hell I was talking about, man. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean? So,
know.
it's just whatever, man. Like I build up. I'm not. I'm not emotional. I'm like a delayed reactionalist. I don't even know if that's a
Okay.
real word, but
We
it
don't make
takes
it
a
a real
build
word.
up for me to build
Yeah,
up. I let a lot of shit go. A lot of times and the
yeah,
littlest thing that I get to my tipping point and it's an eruption. You know what I mean? It's volcanic ashes everywhere. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, I'm helping you out. You know what I mean? Just shut up. Like what do you shut up? You know what I mean?
Hey,
Just shut up. You know?
let me jump on something you just said, man, because I was kind of concerned about this, man. You did say that you let a lot of things build up before the volcano goes off.
Yeah.
Um, do you think people take that as you being passive because you let those things slide? Because I fight with that a lot. I fight with that a lot because on one hand, I'm like, I'm not going to let someone, affect my day that's irrelevant to me. But then the other side, it's like I got an angel and a devil on my shoulder. Well, I got the devil and I got a demon because they're both bad. But
Well,
on one side, I'm like, I'm not going to let someone affect me that's
right,
not relevant to my life. But then on the other side, I'm like, I'm not going to let this person slide on me. So
right, exactly.
let me give you a quick example, right quick. I went to breakfast. It was a cafeteria style breakfast, and we were in line, and I was waiting. I just got my food, and this lady jumped in front of me to get her food instead of waiting in line. And it ate me up because I'm like, I should go tell her, like, who the fuck you think you are to jump in front of me? But then on the other side, I'm like, that ain't worth my time. But
Exactly.
like, I'm trying to find the balance, man, because it's like I don't want. I think a lot of people have that mentality that like, man, I ain't gonna let that bother me, and I think that's why society does the dumb shit that they do. Like
Uh,
we are progressively pushing the line further and further, man. Like I was watching videos about squatters, man. Like, come on, man. Like you gonna just get in my home and just squat? And it's because we've been pacifists for so long that when we finally do erupt, it's all bad. I got to record this and it's assault. I'm calling the police. No, if we would have just steady held the line, a lot of things would have been different, man.
oh, most definitely. It's exactly what you said. You try to protect your energy, and
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want to let one situation, turn up bad because it can go bad real quickly. You don't want to,
Yeah,
it could get violent. Let's just keep it 100. It could get violent real quick. Everybody's aggressive. You don't know what that person's going through. That person doesn't know what you're going through. So you try to protect your energy. You you
yeah,
you try to protect your power. You don't want to surrender your power to anyone. But
true.
with that being said, I mean, you posed that question to me. That's my personality. I'm cool. I'm the cool one. I'm a laid
Okay.
back one. But I'm the recorder. I don't forget nothing. You know what I mean? I remember what you did when you did. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
again, with the three strikes you out, well, if you gonna keep building it, well, I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna climb down off my mountain. I have to address you. You know what I mean? And it ain't gonna be
true,
nice.
true.
You know what I mean? Because I've watched you from afar being disrespectful. So now I have to say something
So
again. But when you do that, you're the bad guy. You're the villain now.
right. So what do you think? What do you think it'll be like if you check the person after strike one? Like, why do we have to wait to the third strike? Because when you come down off your mountain, you come in with hey, on this
Fearing,
first strike you did X Y Z.
fearing,
On this second strike you
fear.
did X Y Z.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
fear.
but if you was like on that first one, you like, hey, that's it. Do you think they would get to strike two and strike three?
Because I believe, and it could be my flaw, being naive, that sometimes people really don't know what they do. You
Okay.
know what I mean? Not every circumstance now, but sometimes you zone out and you just don't know. So I give the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? Or maybe you were used to saying this to this person, and maybe you thought it was cool to say it to me or do it to me or whatever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So again, I'm slow, man. I'm kind of it takes me a while to process. Like, yo, this motherfucker just really do this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but for me personally, I try to protect my energy and I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then when it's repetitive bad behavior now, well, it needs correction. I don't like to address every little thing because everything is not worth my energy, man. You know what I mean? Certain things is
Yeah.
it's easy to let go. Like I have road rage, all right,
Okay.
but it's not. I'm not the aggressive one at all. It's
Yeah.
other people. You know what I mean? Like when people cut me off, I don't like that, and it pisses
Right.
me off all day. That's why I don't carry my thing. You know what I mean? But it's that I will never see that individual ever again in life. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? I would never. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, let it go. It might be an ego thing or something. You know what I mean? If you cut me off and you use a turn the signal, I ain't got no problem with that. But if you cut me off and you don't use a turning signal, it's like fuck you. You know what I mean? Fuck your life, fuck your mama. You know what I mean? And it's like, and it should have to go that. It should escalate that quickly. You know what I mean? But shit like that just pisses me off. But I've got to learn. I'll never see that person again, man. You know what I mean? So I don't know what that
Okay.
motherfucker was going through, whatever. It's not about me. A lot of the times, a lot of shit isn't about you. So I've learned to accommodate my anger.
Okay. So
That's why I
so
smoke cigars. Shit.
you mentioned that, like, with the example with road rage. What about if it's in an environment that you see on a constant basis? What if it's someone that's towing the
Nah,
line every time at work?
nah. I cut that off quick, real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
real
I
quick.
was about to say, because like it's certain times where it's advantageous for you to cut it off quickly, man. And I was going to use the example like, if we go into things with a three strike mentality, imagine if you had a fire in your kitchen. So boom, you got a fire over by the refrigerator. You like, oh, that ain't all too bad. I ain't worrying about that. Then you got a fire at the sink. You like, oh, it's okay. Two strikes, I'm still good. And now you get a fire at the stove. Now you got three fires that you got to address instead of you would have just been like, let me get this fire out, let me get that fire out. So I understand what you're saying when it's involving someone that you're not going to be spending time with, you're not going to see again.
Yeah, let
Let
it
it go.
go.
And that's kind of how
Yeah,
I felt with Shorty who cut in front of me in line. I'm like, man, I
yeah.
ain't gonna see this. I ain't gonna see this broad ever again. She big. She probably mad at life about shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
I'm winning.
exactly.
I'm
You,
winning. At
you,
the end of the
you have
day,
to pick your battles, man. You have to pick you. Well, dealing with our folks, you really have to be careful, man. You have to do so many calculations so fast
man.
because then you get violent. Is this
Yeah, you don't
person
know
by
how it's gonna
himself?
turn out.
Is it
Yeah,
this? This person does he have
and
the
then,
balls? This motherfucker might have a pistol. You know, you have to calculate
yeah,
so much math so fast, man. You know what I
and, I,
mean?
and I'm arguing over vegetarian sausage and potatoes.
Yeah.
It ain't worth it, man. But I think
It's not.
yeah, but I think sometimes I think the society is used to people just turning a blind eye, like, oh, nah, I'm not even gonna get into it with that person. And I think people mentality is that they're gonna keep escalating. That's how people are. Like, if I can get away with two things, the next time I'm gonna do three things. If I can get away
I
with three,
really
I'm
don't think
gonna.
they know. I really don't think they know.
You think so?
Like
You give them a lot of credit, man. I think people go in with some
I,
with some shit like I'm gonna be disrespectful.
and that's their normal.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's normal to them, and it's normal to the people surrounded by them. I'm not giving it
Right.
a pass by any mistake. You know what I mean? If it was that easy, people, you know, we talked about the airplanes. People are fed up. Anxieties at all time high. People depressed. The economy
Yeah.
is screwed up. People's lives are falling apart. So one of the things to set anybody off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the example that you gave, I really, if you have somebody that's just spoiled riding who's always accustomed to getting their way, that's who they are. Like they don't know
Okay.
you should act like a fucking human being. You know what I mean? In that regard, I'm
Right.
not giving them a pass. I'm saying I'm so cool and I'm so laid back. You know, I try to protect my energy. Like I'm not gonna get into it with this motherfucker and it's gonna lead to nowhere. Just so I can get
Yeah.
up off my chest. If it's somebody I ain't gonna never see again, now if I fuck with you, fuck with you. No, 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 no. I'm gonna adjust that shit sap, ASAP, right away. You
I
know what I
think
mean?
I think with me, funny that you mentioned that because I got into it with a travel agent, in our off time, and we talked about this. And
Mhm.
when I was talking with the lady, she kept she'll ask me a question, and I go to start talking, and she kept cutting me off, and
That's
I was like,
rude.
hey,
That's
and
rude. That's different.
I
That's
stopped
different.
her. I stopped her and I addressed it right then and there. And then I just kept going. And because she addressed it, because I made a comment about the air terminal being difficult, and she was like, "What do you mean I'm being difficult?" First off, that's my opinion. I got the right to say that your service was subpar, and then we go
Right.
on and on. But um, you know, I had to address it then. I could have been like, I could have stepped away. I could have been like, I'm never going to see this person, but I get I get bad stress like build up if I don't speak my mind
If you don't
with
say it, yeah,
somebody.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Depending on the topic, it depends on what it is. You know,
yeah,
depends
but
on what
yeah,
it is.
but yeah, man, it's funny how we've been in society, man, and I think people need to be smacked the fuck up, in so many words because you get if you get knocked back into place, then you're like, okay, I overstepped my bounds, and I think we don't respect bounds anymore.
I don't think people have any.
I think people do. We just that's
I
what I'm
don't.
saying. We
I
we
think people think
cross
it's
that
okay.
line, yeah, because no one is saying anything about it because everyone has that mentality of like, well, I'm never going to see this person again. I don't give a what you can say right now could make a difference. And I know I'm
It could.
contradicting what I'm saying because, like, if I would have said something to the big girl that cut in line with me, then she would have been like, "Oh shit, maybe I shouldn't do this anymore." So it's
Right.
a double-edged sword, Kill. Like
It
it's
is.
a double-edged
It
sword, man.
is.
'Cause it's like,
Tough.
I'm doing the justice for the next person. I
Fuck
can
the
go
next
have I
person.
can
Do it
go
for yourself.
well
Fuck the
no
next
because
person. Do it for
yeah,
shit.
like if we're talking about like this is a person that we're not going to see again, and there's just 10-second interaction with this person, but I can make a lasting impression on this person so that the next person they try to cut in line on, they're like, whoa, hold on, last time I got that smoke. Let me consider this. Let me be a little nicer. And I think we're not doing
I
that.
don't know. I think what did she say, man? Go fuck yourself. You ain't having no impact on what the you don't know which way it's gonna go, bro. So man, get the fuck out of my face. I'll eat you. You said she's a big girl. She eats something. You make you shut the fuck up talking to me. Then what? What she call you a nigga? Then what? You know what I'm saying? You can't assume that. You can't assume that you're preparing her to be nice to the next person. She just could be an evil ass bitch, or a
So
spoiled
okay,
ass person, or a disrespectful ass person, and you just don't know
so
which way. You don't know
with
which way
that in
it's going.
mind, do I not attack it? Do I be like, oh, she may
For for
call me a
for
nigga?
for
Mhm.
for your stress relief, you get it off. You get it off your chest.
But
Hey
you
man,
don't know what the
that
next
was
ring
rude what
gonna
you
be.
did. I thought that was inconsiderate, ma'am. I was standing here, but it seems like you're in a hurry. I'm just saying I was just rude. Man, she can go left like a motherfucker, man. She can go. Even if you're nice about the shit, man. You know what I mean? How many times have you been courteous to a motherfucker? You've been cool with him. Excuse me, so I'm gonna interrupt you, but we can't. You can't smoke here or whatever, man. Who the fuck you talking? You wasn't rude. You wasn't nothing. Motherfucker, just go. Yeah, yeah, you got it off your chest, but now you got it. Now the police is
Now
involved.
you
Now
got
you got
something
bigger
else on your chest.
problems. Now you got bigger problems and shit. He ready to kill you for doing your job for something that he did wrong. You understand what I'm saying? So, you can't assume that you making the motherfucker better for the next person.
So what do we do, man? What do we do?
Shut the fuck up. Like I said, shut up. Shit. Fuck them. Everybody for themselves. Man, fuck you, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the world we live in right now, bro. Straight up. Motherfucker
And,
off the
and,
deep end,
and,
man.
that, and that's the
Shit.
situation we in,
Shit.
man. Like we just gotta take the shit now, man.
I mean, people killing, they shooting police. The motherfuckers who supposed to enforce the law. I'm not laughing at nobody get shot. I'm just saying it's no respect nowhere, bro. So you really, really have to protect your life. You have to be like, yo, is this worth me? If this is this bitch worth me dying for? You know what I mean? You really gotta,
True,
you gotta
true.
do all this, you know what I mean? Calculation and shit like that, man. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's I don't know,
I mean,
cuz
and
I
I'm
don't
side
know.
note, she was with a big ass gorilla Zoe looking nigga too, man.
That's what I'm
Uh,
saying. You know,
you know,
shit. Yeah, now you got bigger problems and shit, man.
and
This
fuck
shit.
that shit though, man.
I feel you.
But
I feel you. Hey, I'm with you, dog.
it
I'm
was
I'm
a
I'm
thing
I'm
that
with you.
I had to do. Like I had to think about like, is this worth it? Um,
You have to.
yeah, but it's I don't know, man. It's good being somewhere where you don't have to interact with people because you have to have that quick math about what's going to happen. Should I say something? Should I approach this person? Like you talked about the situation with somebody cutting you off. Imagine if y'all pull up in the parking lot, you're like, "Hey man, what was your problem? You cutting me off?" And blah,
Just like that.
just like that.
Just like that. And when people are just they're evil, bro. They're evil, they're angry. You just I don't have an answer for you. You
Unhinged,
know.
man.
If
Yeah.
it's something that really bothers you, you have to be prepared to deal with it. Like I was watching this guy earlier on YouTube or whatever, and this story happened in Atlanta, and one of the workers got shot at Chipotle over guacamole.
I want to laugh, but it's sad, bro. Like
But it's not about. I'm sure it's not about the guacamole. The guacamole will be the
that's the
subject,
tipping
but
point. That's the tipping
but
point.
I'm sure it was the principle. Like with me and the banana, we'll talk about that later. We talk about that later. The
No,
banana
it's
was the banana was the scapegoat, but it was bigger than the banana. But
but
you know,
it's everything that's under that. Like the guacamole was the last thing,
well,
but
the headliner read the headliner read shot over guacamole or kicked out over some bananas, which had nothing to do with nothing. And it
right,
was it
right.
was it was part of the sentence, but it wasn't the subject of the sentence. You know what I mean? It was just part of the shit.
Ooh,
But
that banana peel,
it
man.
was it comes down to principle, man. It's like we owe somebody money. Hey man, let me borrow $100 and you want your bread and say, man, I ain't got it, man. I ain't got it. Stop asking me for it. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna give it to you. I'll pay you when you can. It's no longer about the $100 no more, man. The hundred
Yeah,
dollars is nothing. It's
yeah,
it's part of it. You know what I mean? But now it's just disrespect. Now you know what I mean, and it's easy for when it's easy. Hey, It's easy for the noun to turn into the verb. It's easier for a noun, person, place, and thing to turn into some action around this motherfucker, man. Or now the noun can turn into a verb real quick. It can turn.
For real, for real. Hey man,
It can turn quick, bro.
hey, shout out to
Shit.
our people that's been watching us, man. We've been cooking for 30 minutes, man. Life been life. We ain't doing nothing but just talking about life that as we see it, man. Life as we see it, man. Shout out to our subscribers, everybody that's been rocking with us. I think this is our 6th episode. It's been good, man. It's been good, fun times, man. It was a question that came up that I wanted to pose to you, man. I forgot how I worded it, man, but um, what's the most disrespected you ever been by a female?
I think we talked about this already, man. Being called safe. Being
Oh, I
called
mean, okay,
safe.
well, that's one word. I guess.
Not cheating. Cheating don't bother me. Uh, I've been blessed, man. I've been fortunate, man, because I cut bitches off in a minute. So I mean, I've been fortunate not to deal with that much disrespect. You know what I mean? But you know, I don't know. It hasn't been. It hasn't been. It's the mouth. Women in their mouth. That bothers me more than anything, man. You know. So
I think what I've always seen and what I hate dealing with is that when they need you, they'll find you. When you need them, you messing up what I got going on, and this, that, and the third, and
man, we ain't got
um,
time today. We ain't got time today.
man,
We ain't got
but
time today.
it goes back to what we talked about with like people that you care about, people that we try to help out and the things they do and how they do us, man. Um, I have, you talk about, you have a circle of friends, and as time goes, that circle gets smaller and smaller. I
Fade.
think
I'm glad you
one,
brought that up. Go ahead. I got something to say about
yeah,
that. Go ahead.
I turned 40 and I seen the landscape of people, and this is what it is, man. I can count on one hand who I fucks with because I've seen the truth. It's like I've my eyes have opened up more now than it's ever been because of how people actions are, man. What you got though?
But remember, I told you that, my premise, my logic is if you talk to somebody only for their birthdays or holidays or 2, 3 times a year, that I don't think that's your friend.
Yeah,
Now, I ain't gonna say you don't fuck with them. Just because you're not my friend don't mean that I hate you or you're my enemy. You
yeah,
just not, like you said, it's part of the circle. So I was speaking to one of my partners about this, and
hmm,
he made up a valid point. And I told him, same conversation. I said, yo, you talk to somebody 3, 4 times a year, like, that's not your friend. Maybe y'all cool. Somebody you talk to, and it's okay. It's like your coworker. You work with
yeah.
them, you see them every day, you go lunch, you go to lunch with them or something like that. You know what I mean? But it may be
That's it.
certain instances that you might not meet his family, he might not reach yours, but y'all still cool. It just is
Yeah,
what it's a relationship. And all relationships have boundaries and limits. And that's
right.
okay. People might see y'all together every day. That might assume y'all best friends. That's not always the case. It's just somebody that you rock with. That's one of the people that
Yeah.
you fuck with at work or whatever. So I posed the same topic to my boy, and he was like, "Yo, I believe in the rule of seven." The rule of seven. I said, "Break that down, man. Him get real deep, man. We get deep
Yeah.
like a submarine." I say, "Yo, what's that?" He say, "I only have 7 people that I fuck with." And it
Okay.
made sense. And he says, when I was younger, my 7 was different from the 7 that I have now. I was like, whoa, it's kind of deep. He said, yeah.
Okay.
He said, so eventually people are gonna move in or move out of your 7. I said,
Right.
man, that's a dope concept. He said, once I had kids and a wife, well, that knocked out 2, 3 people who I have to spread my time to. And I say
Okay.
that makes a lot of sense. I say that makes a lot of, because I talk to him. He's one of the people that I talk to. I fuck with. We fuck with at work. Outside
Right.
of work, we don't fuck with each other. But when we see each other, it's love. That's our
Yeah.
relationship. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he get a minute and say, "Yo," You want to come out? I'm there. If it's something that I think he might be interested. Yo, you want to come out? Yeah, but we not. Friend, gonna sit up here and pretend like we just BFFs and shit because we're not. We just
yeah,
work together. We're real cool. So I got
yeah,
to thinking about the rule of seven. I say, you know what? That kind of makes a lot of sense because people grow. You know what I mean? And it doesn't
right.
mean that you don't have love for the person. You're just not part of that person's seven, and that's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
That
and you
that
should
that, that that's fine.
you can feel a certain way about it. My
No.
boy, I was just talking to my boy Eric out at Maywood, and
Mm-hmm.
I ain't heard from him in years. I hear from him sporadically and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it's okay. And like, there's no like, I'm not gonna make no beef album about him or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like everything's cool. But we understand that yeah, you have a certain amount of time. We always get
Yeah.
back to talking about time. And you can successfully, and I feel that you can successfully divide your time among seven people,
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
everybody is good. One of them seven ain't
Everybody's
you
cool.
though. One of them seven
Exactly,
ain't
and that's
you.
okay.
It's not. No, no. I'm saying it's not yourself.
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Right. Yeah. That's right. But it's
Because you
love
gotta, you
though.
gotta, you
It's
gotta
it's
do,
it's,
you
it's
gotta do
still
for
love.
everybody else. Yeah, you
Uh
gotta
huh.
do for
It's still
everybody else.
love though. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Oh, well, what
it gets me when like you said, it's you rock with different people in different factions, and that's fine
yeah.
because
Different
you may
stages
have
of life, man.
your seven at work, you may have your seven at home. Some of that seven at work may blend into your seven at home.
Yeah.
Um, because I have people that I still communicate with, that I rock with, that I met through work, and we stay tight. And but there's people that I've met, in the past that during that time that was my ace, and then we went our separate ways, but we're still cool, we're still tight. And then the thing about that, if someone from your previous seven comes back into your life, is they pick right back up.
But then that means somebody else got to suffer.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, if somebody outside of your seven, just like we talked about people from the wood, if they just popped up and be like, "Yo, man, just reaching out to see, how you doing, what's up," you gonna talk to them. You're gonna be like,
Oh,
"Oh
for
man, I'm
sure.
doing okay, man.
100%.
This, that, and the
100.
third." I
100.
think that a lot of people, we don't communicate, we don't reach out to people as much as we used to, just because I could see how you're doing through social media,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's a
Yeah.
check in the box. That's a
Well,
check in the
well,
box.
uh, yeah, I guess. But that's a facade. That shit ain't real. So,
No, it's
you know,
not. It's definitely not. It is far
yeah.
from real.
Yeah.
May I even use the word that it's a fraud?
Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
because it's the easy way out. If I could just post something and say like, "Hey y'all, I'm doing great. I just moved from Spain. Shout out to your boy. Viva la Mexico. Well, Viva la Spain and all that." Everybody read that, they feel like they my seven. They feel like they still rocking with me. They still close to me, but it ain't. And that's a cop
Nah,
out, man.
it
It's
is.
a cop out.
It is. Me personally, I've had people who reached out to me, but I wasn't on what they was on. So just by, addition by subtraction, I cut them off. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really do what you do. Like, we cool or whatever, but
Yeah,
I ain't no point in me pretending like I like what you do because it's not it's not what I just, what I mean? It's love, but
yeah,
I don't do what you do, bro. You know what I mean? Like, there's no point in, continuing this, man. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So, uh, it's just things just change, man. You know what I mean? And I stand on that. I tell anybody about that. Hey, I ain't talked to this person. Man, this person used to live next to each other. We used to do this. We don't even talk no more. We don't even talk no more. But that's still my friend. No, it's not. It's not your friend, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't feel like, that's your friend. But I could be
It
wrong. I mean,
depends on the
that's your
circumstances.
relationship. So that's your
Yeah, it
relationship.
depends
So
on the circumstances. But it don't take much for you to reach out to people, man.
It don't.
Um,
It does
I was
not.
just
It does
I
not.
was just going through my phone the other day. I'm just looking at like because on WhatsApp if you got their number it'll come up on it. So I'm like I'm just gonna send texts out to these people that I ain't talked to in a while.
Yeah.
Because it's it's always better if you do it first because
But
if
why
you get
though? Why? 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 My whole thing,
why what
I'm gonna throw it back to I'm gonna throw it back to you. I've always been the one that reached out to people. You know what I mean? But
right?
then you grow tired. Like, yo, why am I the you know what I mean? Yeah, yo, you wanna go bowling, you wanna go out and smoke some cigars, and you know what you get? Let me know. And when you set that appointed time and motherfucker don't get back to you, well, that motherfucker he must didn't care that much, or this person didn't care that much, or she didn't care no much. She never
Yeah,
got back to me. You know what I mean? So you grow tired of that, like reaching out to motherfuckers and shit like that, man. So I just be like, yo, fuck it, man. You know what I mean? Shit. But
in a situation
anyway,
like that, I'm gonna put it out once, and then if it falls through, then the ball is in your court the next time. Uh, but I'm saying it's just like I reached out to people that like we conversated, the conversation died normally, and then I reached back out to them to spark something else up. So I feel like I like doing it first because I think I've been scarred in the past that like if I don't say like if someone hits me with that, oh you don't want to call me no more, like god damn it, like man I don't want to hear that shit. So
fuck
I
that.
usually man I don't want to. Oh look, I live my life not wanting to hear anybody's shit. That is my goal. I wake up in the
Shut
morning,
up.
I say I don't
Shut
want to
up.
hear nobody's shit. So in order to do that, sometimes I extend the olive branch. Lots of times I'm like, hey, I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna reach out to this person. So I can, just it's a lot easier that way. Maybe I'm controlling. I don't know. A lot of people say I'm a control freak, but no, man. Like I don't. The people that's in my life right now, I'm cool with them in my life, and the people that aren't in my life, I'm not crying no nights without them, man. Like
Absolutely.
everything
Absolutely.
goes the way God's intends it to go, man. And
But
um,
but but then you have a population of people who will pull back for you when shit ain't going their way. Again, being safe. You know what I'm saying? Let me call Jay. Let
yeah,
me call V. This ain't really paying out. You know what I mean? Check it out. So I was invited. This was years ago. I was invited to a fishing trip, and this guy was talking about the fishing trip. The motherfucker backed out, and he was like, "Yo, you want to go?" I said, "Fuck you, man. I ain't going. I should have been part of the original acts, motherfucker. Like that's how my ego took me there, man. You know what I'm saying?
so
No, I'm
he
not.
tried you in as a substitute.
Yeah, I don't play that shit, man. I don't come off nobody's bitch. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I mean, and it might not have been that big of a deal, but if I'm not part of the original thing, and right now I'm corn, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm corn. You treating me like corn. Has no nutritional value, but it look good on the plate. Fuck you, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you. I ain't nobody's corn, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And you can kind of tell, with your relationships with people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like if you corn or not. You know what I mean? But hey, man, nobody's fucking corn, bro. Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying?
oh my God. I ain't
So
never the
motherfuckers
backup.
say,
I ain't never the side
yo,
dish.
me and so and so supposed to be doing this and shit. You know, now the motherfuckers say, yo, man, so and so supposed to be doing this and shit. But if you don't go, would you like to go? Changes every fucking thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
His mom going through something or his wife going through something. I don't know if he gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Would you be down if you don't? I'm down there. I'm there. I'm mashed potatoes now. You know what I'm saying? But if the motherfuckers just straight back out on you or treat you like a punk or some shit, and you reach back for me, man, fuck you. Shit, I ain't going. No goddamn corn around this bitch. Shit,
This nigga said, "Cool." Oh my goodness.
corn,
No,
bro. Cause
but
motherfuckers will
that. I
use you,
mean,
bro. They will fucking use you up, man. They will fucking use you, man. You know.
yeah, man.
So
Yep. Until you, like you said, until you tell them that you're not gonna be their corn, man. And that's
nah,
what
ain't nobody corn.
every relationship, man. And it felt good when you did that, didn't it?
Oh, 100%.
Man,
100%, man. Man, don't get it twisted. Now, I speak my mind now. You know, I
uh,
speak my mind all the time. You can ask anybody. I have no problem saying what's on my mental at the time. You know, just to depend on what the circumstance is. I just choose my energy. You know what I mean? I speak my mind, but I choose my energy. You know what I'm saying? But yes, it felt good. You know what I mean? So, you know, I mean, you just tired of just being used, man. You know what I mean? It's certain situations. It's okay to be useful. I should say it's okay to be useful,
yeah,
but you don't want footprints on your back, man. You know what I mean? And like you said, when you constantly giving, people constantly taking. Well, that's not a fair arrangement, man. You know, like you have to put something in the pot too as well. So
yeah. I think we use that term when we was talking about some things. Everyone gets used, but you don't want to get misused.
right, and I got that from somebody. That's not my shit. I got that from
Hey,
somebody else. That's not mine. So,
okay,
but it was very insightful though. It was
yeah, yeah,
it was very insightful though. You know.
yeah.
So
And then when it's not a good symbiotic relationship, it's like, man, what am I doing? What am I in here for?
yeah, being used. Shit, that's what you're doing. Being
Yeah.
used, man. So
It's always hard to stop, man, because like when we're in a situation, especially if like you and your boy on a fishing trip is one thing, but when that stuff happens in relationships, it's always you're always
oh
in denial.
yeah, oh yeah, that's true. It's like you calculate like did this really just happen like this? You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Is
hard
it,
to
yeah,
believe
is this,
sometimes, man.
is this,
And it's hard to be. Look, I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I'm gonna throw it back to you. It's hard to realize that you were a fool. Oh my God. Nobody wants to be made a fool, man. You
yeah,
know? You don't want to
yep,
be foolish. You don't want to
yeah,
look like being in a position, having all your shit together, having that, and you let some moisture creep into the crack and it destroys your foundation, it destroys your ego. You've been made a fool of. And that hurts, man.
yeah,
You know? That hurts. Ignorance is bliss. A lot of people don't know what that means. If you don't know, you can't be punished. If you
yeah,
don't know, if you have no idea, if you don't know this is wrong behavior, it goes back to what you said, being corrected or being, what I mean, getting put in your place. If you don't know this is wrong behavior, then you get a pass. You know what I mean? Maybe you did not know. You're ignorant to the fact. But if
right,
you know this is wrong, you know this is unacceptable, and you do it anyway, yeah,
yeah,
you just made a fool out of me, man.
yeah.
Made a fool out of me.
And it's always difficult to figure out what that step is going to be after you're made a fool.
Yeah.
Um, do you confront it? Do you stop the foolishness? Do you go and do some foolish shit? Like it goes so many different ways, man. But yeah, you're 100% right, man. Like everyone thinks they're getting over on everyone. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So the people that's doing things that make you look like a fool, you may know the things that's happening, and then it's like you think you're getting away with this, but I am just observing it to see how foolish you get.
Let me tell you a story. I was at Wendy's.
Okay,
I had my chicken sandwich.
good choice, good
My,
choice.
my total was $14.
Wait, okay.
The
How
the
did you get a what? Did you get an 8-piece chicken sandwich or what? What happened?
man, listen, America prices, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man. I just got a regular chicken combo, bro. It's 14 bones, bro. It used to be like $9, but anyway,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
14 bones. I gave Shorty $20. The interaction was dope. She was dope on the intercom. She was dope at the window. Everything was dope. I told her it was 14 something. I gave her a dub. She gave me my change back and walked off. All right, whatever. No big deal. So I looked in my hand and it was $2. Total was 14 bones. I gave her 20 bones. Gave me $2 back. I had cigars that cost $20. Okay,
Okay.
so it's not about the money. Again, now I'm finna turn it to a verb around this bitch. So I get to the next window. The dude hand me my phone. I'm like, yo, go get her. You know what I mean? Go. Who was that? Who was go? Bring her up here. Bring her back here. You know what I'm saying? Being made a fool of. Again, my total was $14, so I should have got $5 and some change back or whatever the you know.
Right.
When she came, I never spoke to her the second time. When she came back to the window, she automatically gave me my $5 and walked off. Didn't say sorry, oh I miscounted, oh I this, none of that. She gave me the $5 and she walked off. Now, to all you fucking liberals out there, you'll be like, well, she probably took from you because they don't get paid minimum wage. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Don't fuck with
That ain't
my
got nothing
shit.
to do with me. They should have a livable wage. I get that. Everybody should be able to make a motherfucking living. I did
Right.
that. But you ain't finna do that on me. You know what I mean? I could care less about $5. It was about the fucking principle, man. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And imagine if she done that to 10, 20 people every time. You know what I mean? She just came up or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could care less about it, bro. But you're not gonna make a fool out of me, man. You know what I
Well,
mean? I mean, and that shit bothered me because she could have been like, "Yo, can I have your change?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck." You know, the intent is goes a long way, man. The intent, you know what I mean?
yeah.
But to just deliberately try to get me for $5 and shit, nah, bring her back. What's her name? But come up here. I never talked to her. She gave me the $5 to the window and walked off. No apology, like yo, because she knew what she did.
Yeah.
You understand? She knew what she did, man.
What happened
You're
with the two
laughing.
dollars?
Listen,
What
you're
happened to
laughing.
the two
It's
dollars? Did you get
nothing.
them? Did you give them the two
Nothing.
dollars back? And then she
No,
gave you
she
the
just
five?
she handed me the five through the window and walked the fuck back off. Cause
Oh, so you winning, baby. You got $7.
I don't give a fuck about 527. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Cause
And you looking
I
at it
don't
the
give a
wrong
fuck.
way. No,
I
but
don't
yeah,
give a
she
fuck.
but that goes back to what we said earlier. She assumed that you was just gonna be like, oh, it ain't worth it. She probably needed
Yeah,
more than me.
yeah, yeah. And
Nah,
I
I
was
can't let
really
that.
hot because this one I just came off an interaction with my mother that wasn't pleasant. So I was really hot. I was coming down. I was still up there. I was hey, I was still up there, cuz I was still on 10. You know what I mean? That day a motherfucker called me off. Shit might have went a little different that day, man. You know, I was really still up there, you know what I mean? But I
Yeah,
didn't give a fuck about no $5, man. You know, it's just the principle, man. You know what I mean? It's just the way that, like you said, everybody trying to get over. That's what brought that excuse me. That's what brought that story up. You know what I mean?
yeah,
He's like, people always try to get over on somebody. Why though? Just ask. And if they say no, no means no. Like, okay, you know what I mean? Figure it out. Like we gotta
yeah,
figure it out. But you know, you don't you
yeah,
don't you don't do that to people, man. You know what I mean?
yeah. And I mean, we again. That's I think a lot of life now. People feel like to survive, they got to make fools of people. Like we talk
Right,
about. We talked about it a couple of shows ago, where it feels like the only career that people are getting into is credit card scams or some other kind of scam. Like you got to get over on somebody to get by, man. And it is the way that we look at things in life. Like no one's going to say anything about it, so I'm going to go ahead and do it.
right.
Credit card. I don't know if you ever got hit with a credit card scam, or people take money out of your account and whatnot. But my boy got hit for 2,100, and he immediately went to get his gun and was like, "I'm about to go back." It was at a restaurant. He was like, I'm about to go get my money," and his wife hid his car keys so he wouldn't go up there. But people automatically think that, like, if I do this to you, you're not going to do anything about it, man. And the same thing happened to me, man. And this, I've admitted this on this channel already. The women that I dealt with in the past ain't been the best. Okay, it ain't been the best. All right, I really sold myself short. I was in San Diego and I was messing with this girl named Christine. She was a Mexican girl. I got a thing for that. And she was hanging out with her cousin, and she was like, "Hey, you mind if she comes over with us?" I'm like, "Cool." A young guy is always thinking that he can turn any situation into a threesome. So I'm
Right.
like, "Let's get it." That didn't happen. Well, it was some fucking going on. So while I was down in my bedroom with Christine, I don't know what that bitch name was. Her cousin was upstairs fucking me. Okay. So I'm downstairs fucking Christine. Her cousin is upstairs fucking me. Let me tell you how she was fucking me. She took, she took a stack of my checkbook and just went bananas with the shit in Southern California, writing checks everywhere, bro. So I called my bank and I'm just like, again, one, she probably thought that like, oh, he ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't gonna notice it. This dude probably got a lot of money. No, bitch, I got nickels and dimes. If I lose a penny, I know what's going on. So you picked the wrong dude to try to scam, man. But yeah, man, she took a stack of checkbooks and just went crazy, writing checks everywhere. Her name wasn't even on the motherfucking shit. She writing checks. And I'm just like,
That's crazy.
people think that like, hey, I can get over on this person because chances are they're not gonna go through the steps
Right.
to
Right.
reclaim what they want.
Yeah.
Like for you,
Yeah.
they could have easily been like, no, I gave you that. I gave you the right change. And now you got to
Mm-hmm.
try to prove it because on the other side of the fence, people try to scam that way. They
Yep.
could have got the $5.30 of change, and then at the next window be like, "Hey, they only gave me $2," and then try
Yep.
to scam that way, man. So
Yep.
everybody's
Yeah.
fucking everybody,
Yeah.
man, and
Yeah.
it's a shame that it goes that way, man. But yeah, I had to go. I had to go fill out a police report. I called my bank. My bank was like, "We can't do nothing about it until you get a police report." I was like, "The fuck you?" No, man. I was like, "I'm not gonna get something stolen from me, and then I get inconvenienced by having to go to a police department." Mind you, I don't even know where to find a police department. Police find me. I never went to find a police. You know what I'm saying? So then I find a place and I go through all of that, and I go to the bank, and this bitch actually went to this is how dumb she was. She went to my bank, wrote a check at my bank to try to withdraw straight cash from my bank. And
What's your
then
name on this shit?
with my name on it, and they held her there. I went
Goofy.
straight to that branch, and they was like, "No, Mr. Baker, you can't come in contact with her." But I was gonna beat the brakes off that girl. But that was in bro, that was in '06, man. That was over 18 years ago. But the world's mentality, I didn't even say the world, oh yeah, it is the world's mentality is I'm not gonna earn something. I'm just gonna try to fuck you over and hope you don't say anything about it.
Gonna keep taking it, yeah. And a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't pursue it, like you said. They write it off.
Yeah, I mean, you've got those email scams, right? I'm sure you have the
Yeah,
Nigerian
all that
email
bullshit.
scam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I send that out to 100 people and I get four of them to do something, and then three of them pursue legal actions, I'm still winning. I still got one.
I'm glad you said that.
For that.
Before we came on air, we
Hmm.
discussed topics, and you said what you want to talk about. I say it don't matter. You say it don't matter. It's gonna lead back to women anyway. So you know what? You're right. You just made the perfect transition to women and why men should buy pussy. Cause it's a numbers thing, man. It's a numbers thing. Your example right there proves that it's a numbers thing. It's a
Yeah,
casino thing, man.
yeah,
Just the tricking. If you approach 100 bitches and you get two or three of them, you win it. It's the
yeah,
same thing, man. It's the
yeah,
same fucking thing that the Nigerians think, or whomever, the Arabs and the Indians.
yep,
They
yeah.
they know all 100 ain't gonna hit. They know all 100 ain't gonna hit, but that's cool. If we can get one
Yeah,
or two, three, we're winning.
we're
Shorty,
good.
who tried to play me for the $5, she ain't gonna get everybody. She ain't gonna get my goof ass. If she can get 9 out of the 20 she tries, she's winning. It's a numbers thing,
$45.
my dude. It's a
Yeah,
numbers thing. I'm glad you brought that up. That brings me to
yeah,
the tricking.
yeah. And that's exactly how people's mentality works when it comes
It's a
to
numbers thing, bro.
running those things, man. Hey,
Every every
we
it's a numbers.
yeah, we just hit over an hour, man, and I want to again thank our viewers, our people that subscribe to us, man. I love y'all. The number keeps going up. I'm sorry that it took 29 days to get back here. We're gonna be a little bit more frequent now. I think we're good now. But like the title said, man, life been life, and man, we took a quick break so
Yeah.
we can get our things together, man, and you know what I'm saying, keep cooking for you all, man. But let's go ahead and close this out, man. You got any closing thoughts, man? We just kind of touched on just like what we've been seeing with life, man.
Most definitely, man. It felt good to get back into the lab, cook it up at one time again, you know.
Yeah,
Even though we dressed alike, we didn't plan that, you know what I mean? Like minds think alike, you know, it's just I guess it's just blue day. You know, we ain't no gangsters or
yeah.
nothing. We ain't no crips or nothing like
No,
that. You know
no,
what I mean?
we ain't doing nothing,
It
nothing.
just it just happened like that, man. You know what I mean? Mental
We
telepathy.
ain't
But
got shit going on, man.
but it felt good, you know, being able to talk to my brother, talking to the people, man.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you know, we're just gonna keep talking shit like we do, man.
Always, always, man. Yeah, it does feel good, man. Like I love being down in my studio, man. The acoustics of it. I bought a lot of stuff that I wanted to try out. I got a little lapel microphone and shit. I had to get a new camera and whatnot, man. Bro, hey, look, man, you gonna do it right, man. But I love being down here in my studio, man. The feeling of being down here, man. I got my White Sox blanket back there, man. I could just, everything is self sufficient down here. I just need a bucket to use the bathroom, but to be down here and to do everything to get back into this is one part of the things that I do. I have my turntables, my drum machine, my keyboard, my microphones, everything that I do down here, and it feels good to bring the other part of what we do together down, down here, man. So it was a long time coming, man. Couple of more days, man. Let's jump right back on it, man.
I'm with it, bro. I'm with it. I'm with you know, I rock I don't need none of that shit. All I need is a camera and a microphone. I get busy, so
Hey,
you
look,
know what I'm saying.
I'm on the other end with the computer and trying to do the
Controlling
production
freak.
part, man.
Control freak, man. Like the people say, you're a control freak,
Look,
man.
man. Hey, look. I want to take this time to shout out our sponsors as well, too, man. Sponsored by Nonfiction Network. One day, we'll post our content. And over to you. Anything?
Just like a Dr. Just like a Dr. Dre album, baby. It's coming. It's
Man,
coming,
look.
baby. It's coming.
But no,
It's
man,
coming.
that's the thing. This is easy, man. This is easy for us to just sit up and
Yeah,
talk and do these things, man. But
yeah, for
it's
sure.
always fun, man. Hey, man, yo, have you a good day, man. A good weekend, man. I'm gonna go ahead and post up throughout the house, probably do some work on the car, man. It just feels good to be back home, man. Even though it's gonna be a short time, it feels good to be home, man. But yo, this has been this has been Circa 97. Your boy Gutter. Just V on the other side. Nothing but love, man. Next
Welcome
time we're
back,
gonna make
baby.
sure
Welcome home,
next time
baby.
we're gonna make
Welcome
sure
home.
we coordinate and not clash with our colors, man. All right, peace out, y'all. Thanks for rocking with us.